Charlie.
Another week, another snoot. Welcome,
It turns out we're ASMR material. Molly's saying that he likes the sound of our voices to lull him to sleep.
A lot of people have been saying they love our voices, or I guess specifically your voice, Shima, on YouTube.
Oh, is this a sound that you like to hear? Is this
No.
what makes you all wild at night? Because it's for free, baby. I do it for you.
Specifically
No.
that one I don't like.
I couldn't hear. I just put the mic up really close and spoke quietly. Like
Everyone will specifically unsub for that one.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Sounded like Batman.
Oh, did I sound like Batman? Because I did not mean to sound like Batman.
You sounded like Batman.
Batman
I
ASMR. They
I
play
heard
over
someone
the
talking to me in a dark alley.
It sounded like somebody confront. It sounded like somebody killed my parents, and I wanted to confront them.
It sounded like you met me in the alley and you were asking for my wallet.
Sounded like you were
Batman
dancing in the devil. Fuck. I messed it up.
That'd be
This is where I watched my video game die, Snoot.
How a bummer.
Can we hear you? No, if you're talking in the voice chat, Mally, we cannot hear you.
No, Mal.
Yeah, it says you're muted.
Oh, hey, MK, how you doing? Oh, good. Okay, Mally doesn't want to be heard. He is private.
Well,
Anyway,
that works.
let's see where we left off.
Last time we had just completed D&D night, or L&L night.
Yes.
In
The
fact,
Twitch window
preparing
open on.
for the future is one of the most important things you can do.
Little dot eyes.
Really? But it sounds so overwhelming. Where do I even start?
Well, that's a very good question.
By dodging the draft.
But
And the
what
meteor.
we just talked about.
Oh yeah, all those forms.
We all jump up at the
So
exact
next
same
year,
time.
When it's time for you to apply to college, Nasser, what form will you start with?
The application for financial aid?
Right. And why?
Because I'm poor.
Because I have expensive taste. Ha!
Pause for
And
laughs.
because then I'll have an idea of which schools are an option for me.
Great. So let's say you've got that all filled
Man, I'm
out.
so poor, he chases
Then
after the garbage
you'll
truck
want
in order to go
research
grocery
schools
shopping.
that excel in the area you want to study.
Well, I like the sound of cross-continental development, but I also like the sound of political science.
What's
What
cross-continental
do I
development?
do if I can't decide?
Have you considered
Kind
a
of in
double
the name, you're
major?
developing across
Think
continents.
about your free time. What do you do outside
Poli
of
sci
class?
is a myth. It's
What's
useless.
I want to list on paper, honestly. Oh, well, I guess I'm president of the Student Life Association, and I run the debate club,
Great. Anything else?
and the Young Leaders League, and I volunteer with Pangea tomorrow.
You also write for the newspaper, don't you?
How much time do you have in the day?
Oh, right, yeah. I have editorials in the Fling sometimes. Gotta stay busy.
Let's put all of these down under extracurriculars. It's a good idea to have at least one, and you're really going above and beyond, Nasser. Do you have any more questions?
No, I think you answered them all. What about you guys? Do you feel ready to choose your destiny?
Hey, we got a photo. Oh, hey, Pixel, how you doing? I hope she's not the one writing these skits, for her sake. She's got a very long face in this shot.
I
She
thought
must be
long
really
snoots were
sad.
good.
Somebody bust out the tape measure. I want to measure this one.
Everybody loves long snoots. The longer the snoot, the better. I'm told that's how it works.
Oh, right,
Oh, that
right,
fucking
we
top
read,
tweet is
right,
so
we ended on
brutal.
this one last time.
It's so vulgar.
Had a colossal shit right now. Holy shit.
right after. You don't have to post everything that happens, right?
Very well done, Nasser, Naomi. Class, I encourage you to take advantage of your knowledgeable peers and ask any questions you may have.
Yo, which school has the hottest student body, though?
That's not really a...
I'm going to know, Pop.
Mine!
You do the math.
Obviously.
Yes, we have a question. We're going. Keep
Oh
it.
no.
Great news, Windy. None of these are nice.
Yeah,
These
let's do
are
that
all
one.
mean.
Any chance you could pick a school a bit farther away?
What do you care? You won't be here anyway.
That's pretty dark.
You'll be off doing music
None of those were
stuff,
nice.
and-
None of those were good questions.
Thank you, Nasser. Any other more pertinent questions?
I thought we were given an option
Really,
to be
any
genuine.
questions at all? I've completed mock applications for
Oh,
all
long
of the
snoot
big
again.
schools.
I have 20 bucks here.
It's like with it's like with the horn on the back too. It's like someone took a normal head and just stretched it out.
It's like
like
King.
They just flipped her. They just flipped her head and warped it.
I'm just wondering, what was the long thing on the back of their heads used for parasaurs?
There's a debate around it. Some think they used it like for tonal things, like sounds.
Yeah, like it was
Like sonar?
it would echo or something.
Well, more like using it as an amplifier and stuff like that.
It was like hollow. So when they went, it like rattled in the back of their head.
It's crazy how similar the characters are to the ones in Snoop. Yeah, it really is interesting
Yeah.
how they kind of nailed, preppy Naomi, try hard Nacer, with only
Oh, I
visuals to
thought
go
you-
off of.
I think they released
I-
like a summary of all the character personalities before, like when Goodbye Volcano High was first teased at that Sony whatever. I thought they had like a website with like the basic blurbs of the personalities on there.
I don't think they had blurbs. I think it was just the trailer, which
Well, so maybe
didn't
the-
really
I
show
think-
much.
Yeah, maybe the trailer. Maybe they just took a lot of hints from the trailer.
Yeah.
Maybe the trailer.
I
showed,
thought-
maybe,
Well, I thought PB Pixel was just being sarcastic
What?
with the whole, oh my god, they're so similar, huh? It's like it's
What do you know
Fan
about
game.
GPAs? I heard you need at least a 3.9 to even have a chance at a lot of places.
That's insane.
I can actually
that's
answer
impo-
this
that's
one.
well, it's not impossible,
The
obviously, but
baseline
it
is
is
really 3.5,
not likely.
but the higher the better.
Even
And
3.5,
always
that
boost
seems
your
a bit
chances
much for
by
most
showing you're
places.
engaged with the subject on
That's
your own.
difficult but doable.
Cool, cool.
You went to Tendrils, right? Something like that would look amazing
Whoa.
on an application. We can talk
That
about
a-
it after
that a
class if you
Japanese
want. I'd be
school?
happy to help.
Aw,
It was an
thanks,
after
Naomi.
night club.
maybe that was the name of the bug camp.
Also, Trish continues to be so gosh darn wholesome.
No.
in this one. God dang it.
About
Yeah,
the
Trish is the opposite of
47,
Snoop. We got.
Final offense.
No,
Why not?
it's wrong. Plus, you'd get in under false credentials, which would be bad for you.
You don't know that.
I love Rando Dinosaur number 2.
Rando 2 is my favorite
Thanks for
character.
coming, and good luck with your college apps. Especially you there, my cheap friend.
And I love you, cheap citizen.
Nacer's head just works so better when it's defined by the orange thingy instead of being round like most shots.
Yeah.
Wait, what you mean like the side shot when you can actually see it around the head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah. Okay.
I'm gonna miss
Wait. In this scene coming up, take Sage seriously. It's important. Okay, I will ignore him specifically. I will tune him. Oh, so hey, Wolf Nanaki, how you doing?
What if I said no?
I can't wait to graduate and get down to really enhancing shareholder value. What are we gonna start using for car fuel once we run out of dead plant juice anyway?
That's a bit.
I know everyone keeps saying we should be taking this seriously, but until I'm literally on fire, I will stay making meteor jokes. Bye.
You guys
Days.
so bad next year. Like, we are still
Oh
gonna
god,
have
he's
this,
talking.
right? Even if we're not at the same school?
Yeah, together wherever, right?
Who knows?
I hope so. Let's be optimistic.
I hope so.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
I'll have you guys over all the time to try my weird food experiments. I applied to like 300 culinary programs, but I don't know. The more real it gets, the more it's like, ugh.
No, you see, nothing's set in stone, dude. It isn't real till it's real.
I mean, I guess, but I'm pretty sure cooking is it for me. This feels like make or break.
Make or bake.
Totally. I mean, that's something that she
Totally.
gets. Do it fast!
Totally.
Go! Fast!
There was
I get
still
it.
a good bunch
There
of
are
time.
hobbies
seconds.
and like.
No, but like that could have been one of the ones that like it backs out
Oh,
on.
fades away.
If anyone's
believe you can
consuming
make it to
anything
Toadski
here,
Academy.
it's me. And all 5,000 of Sage's experimental cookies.
That'd be a fun crossover,
No,
Sage
like,
and Food
Yeah.
Wars.
We took
Like, when you
Sage
do it, you get
seriously.
lost
We
in the
did as you
moment,
asked.
All that exists is you and what you're doing and what you're making. There's no future
That just
to worry
does
about,
admittedly
only
feel
the
almost
craft.
like her.
Yeah, she'd
Thinking
all be
about
down
making it
in
your life
someone's
is
hobby.
scary. The stakes are higher.
It wasn't about taking Sage
That's
seriously. I mean,
exactly
it
it.
felt like what
I knew you'd get it.
Fang wanted.
Yeah, what she would
Anyway,
naturally
I'm not
say.
really worried about which place I go to. Doesn't matter where I do it as long as I get to do it, you know? I just want to be able to do it.
I mean, first of all, you're gonna be amazing. And you know your girl is always ready to
Yeah,
taste
don't even
test.
apply to a place. Just start cooking right now.
But you actually have to tell me if something.
What are you
Chefs
waiting
are
for?
literally always in demand.
Babe, I always tell you
But
the
let
truth.
your dreams
It's
be
not my
dreams.
fault you're a literal culinary superstar. Plus, I'll have nothing but time.
Yeah? What are you doing next year?
I'll laugh at make it or
Nothing.
bake it in my head. That is a great. Also, hey, Deejus, thanks for stopping in. Wait, I remember once someone called Goodbye Volcano High's art style being that someone who draws someone drawing furries who doesn't normally draw furries.
I can see that.
Yeah,
They're very
a
awkward.
little.
They're very awkward scalies.
Yeah.
So yeah, like again, like this one, really got the long face going on.
I think I'm gonna.
Speaking of, man, I really need to like actually read an art book at some time, because when I've been doing these like little doodles for the stream posts, I feel like I just don't have perspective down at all. Like I draw, it looks fine. I'm like, I feel like this is horribly off for some reason.
Like just the angles, you mean?
Or just the perspective of like the arms or body size or head size
Oh, I
to
see.
body. Or hands. Like, you ever look at... like, the joke's, oh, if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer. But, man, your hand is actually really big compared to your head. It's insane.
I feel like your head's always bigger than your hand, though. Like, I've tried
Well, I mean,
that.
yeah, but if you, if you look in a mirror and hold up your face in front of your hand, do, like, a JoJo pose, it's like 80% of your head. It's crazy.
Maybe my head's just so big because I'm so smart.
You hit the gym every day. I hit the library every day. We're built different.
Maybe that's how Shima does his voices. Much like Naomi, he has a thing in the back of his head that rattles around, projects different voices.
It's like a long, narrow air tube that can adjust the voices of the stuff you yell into it like a horn.
Big hands work very well in 2D, a lot better than smaller hands. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Whenever you
Trump.
shrink things down, it's always a risk.
I was trying to think of how to make a Trump joke, but you might do that faster.
Just said it.
I thought the saying
was
was... Wait,
I'll never have to worry about Donald Trump having cancer.
I thought the saying was if your hand is bigger than your head, you have a small penis, and then you smack them with their hand. That's a new one. I've always heard the cancer one. Because, that's going to get everybody.
It's gonna take a year or two to feel things out. See what vibes. I'm trying not to put anything into a box just yet.
That's pretty cool, actually. I don't get why everyone is so obsessed with college.
I have
Oh,
literal nightmares about it.
It's big college trying to
Oh, I'm
portray to
definitely
you.
going someday. I just feel like, why not have some fun too?
I can get behind that.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
I'm pretty excited about next year, actually.
Not the word I'd use.
You don't think about what you'll be doing?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I
Lip
guess
flaps are still so
if I'm around,
to me.
I'll take a
Yeah.
creative writing or game design class, maybe.
Oh my
You'd
god,
be
it's
so
me.
great at either one.
Yeah, you already totally have the writing thing down.
Reed's hitting a little
Like,
too close to
you
home.
In L&L, I don't know how you do it.
Thanks.
I took game design in college. I'm just
Weird
ashamed
how
I
it
haven't
kinda
done
became my
anything with
life.
it yet.
Great. So everyone has
I
it
had
all
one
figured
game
out.
design class.
You must have some ideas.
I wanted to do creative
What are you
writing, but my
thinking?
parents weren't
Uh,
approving of
I
it.
don't know. I've just spent
And I
all
listened
this
to them.
time.
I let other people.
Like,
write. I can code. You can write the game. I'll just make it.
It's funny. I
Alright.
went through computer science and creative writing, The computer science weren't hiring real teachers, and the creative writing class said, man, there's a lot of stuff I used to like to do over the years, but they've been devoting a lot of the funds away to the computer science program. And I'm sitting here like, wow, that money was not used at all. No, like literally, one class I had, a level 400 class, so you know this is deep in. They just hired a guy from GE to teach the class. A kid had to write a letter to the school, what's below dean for like a school department, whatever that position is. So like
a vice dean.
Yeah, so like the
Superintendent.
yeah, like superintendent, so like basically like the second highest level in the university of. This guy is giving tests on stuff not in the notes or even in the 800-page textbook, asking questions on the midterms that is not in any material. Who is this guy? And we all basically signed this petition, and I'm pretty sure that's the only reason any of us passed this class, because the guy, I remember scanning through the book. It's like nothing he's talking about is in here. Who is this?
You got that evil principal from Assassination Classroom who did a bunch of stuff that you weren't prepared for.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. Also, not to mention, when I started Calc 2, the teacher walks in. It's a 7 a.m. class. Teacher walks in. Half of the people in the country fail this class. I dropped that class that day and signed up for a different one the next semester where the teacher wasn't a dick like that.
Like,
yeah,
trying to scare people.
Well, it worked. Fuck off.
Well, no, it's funny because the next teacher I got says, I know Calc 2 is hard. First he opened the class of no calculators are allowed on the final exam. But then after a lot of pressuring, he's like, okay, guys, you will get to use calculators and there is a curve. I was just trying to get you to focus a little more because Calc 2 is kind of terrible the way they have it set up. Like, he knows the system for this class is terrible because it really is like every other day you're learning a new topic. There is no time to actually comb over something you just learned. It's so much new stuff. They should split it into 2 classes, really.
Yeah, with calculus, calculus 1 in college, I had to go to my professor and just get extra lessons. He had office time specifically devoted for people just coming to learn more, because it's so much.
Yeah, but yeah, opening it up with half of you in the country will fail. That's not how you open a class.
Look to your left. Look to your right. One of these people is not getting out of this classroom alive.
And the other one is gay.
Passed most of my classes due to COVID. That probably helped a lot of people.
A camp and soft circuits and welding and whatever, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
That just means you can do anything. Seriously, you're like one of the smartest people.
It's true.
Yeah, welders are also super high in demand.
You're scary smart.
Engineering's a very lucrative career,
There
very high
isn't
skill.
much you can't figure out. Even this.
But actually, what takes up most of your brain space right now? What about... You and Rosa are always talking about your worm. Mango?
My baby.
So why not, worm science?
My mango, and he will...
For worm science.
See?
Bugs are kind of your thing. That time we tried to do ASMR, you whispered about molting cycles for half an hour.
I don't know, guys. What if I change my mind in a...
If someone doesn't make a Trish AI ASMR for half an hour talk about molting cycles, I'm gonna be disappointed in this fan base.
It would. It's definitely doable. The AI models are very, very easy to make nowadays. They can work with only a few lines of dialogue. I think there's plenty if you can extract the files.
So the only problem is now is with AI stuff, it's a bit of a minefield now.
Mm.
You mean people are hesitant to use it, or it's or it's like drama. Hey, why are you using our voices?
It's a lot of that, and then there's also a lot of people who are just outright anti-AI.
Yeah,
especially a lot of artists.
That's why it's for personal use. That's your Trish AI lulling you to sleep.
I know, but you get the point.
Yeah. Well, I've been seeing people using the Fang AI voice from this to do song covers, as if it's Worm Drama actually making the songs.
Oh yeah, I saw a Fang cover of something.
Yeah, I posted the real human being one.
I just love that.
What if I suck at it?
You don't have to go if you don't want to.
Right, you're not going at all. That's even scarier, honestly. Oh, but you'll be great. Music is like a sure thing for you.
It has to be.
It has to be. That's what the whole game is about.
I mean, it kind of has to be. I've never seen a future.
We're not given a lot of
drama.
choices on this path.
I mean, if we're lucky, things will take off after Caldera Fest. But who knows?
They will. I can feel it.
There's currently a Snoop game dub using AI. Why would you need that when we already covered it? I mean, we have the perfect voices.
They took my job.
It's gonna feel really weird hearing this Naomi sounding abusive.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's AI voices of our covers, right? They're just making AIs of us.
Do you know how hard that would be transcribing that all?
That would be. I personally, I would find that hilarious, and I would love that if someone made an AI of me. Just because someone went through the effort of doing that, like that would be kind of touching.
I don't
I'm
even care. If
surprised there's not more Markiplier ones.
I wouldn't even care if they wanted to make deep fakes of me. I'd just be impressed.
Now the question is, if they're using the voices from here, who would they use the Sage voice for? Would they default him to Anon? If the dub doesn't have,
Scruffy's been voicing Sage a little bit on the stream so far.
I mean, I'm trying to do it. I'm basically just doing a James impression for Sage, but.
But no, I think Kaz was saying like, so if they're doing a thing where they take all the voices from this and putting them in Snoop Game, what would they do with Sage's voice? Since Sage isn't even in Snoop Game.
Yeah,
Sage definitely wouldn't fit Anon. I think Anon they would just pull from.
They would just use a Ryan Gosling AI for that.
I would say pull Nazir's voice for Anon and just use Sage's voice for Nazir.
I don't know. That doesn't really fit.
Just shift Nazir's voice. No, your voice goes. You don't get to keep your voice.
I think it would just. I mean, yeah, it's just fuck Sage first of all, not literally because he's unappealing, but like,
wow, rude.
You don't even need him in Snoop Game.
It's true.
Jesus, he's not that bad. God damn.
Also,
yeah, he is.
Also, there would be the question of, would they somehow build an AI using Spear's voice from Primal with the one word of Mira he said, or would they just find another caveman for media to use?
Oh, he talks a lot more in the other seasons.
Wait, does he?
I mean, in the other season, singular. I'm pretty sure he talks more in season 2.
He tries.
Yeah, I thought it was just a lot of grunts.
Just use Fred Flintstone's voice.
I mean, I was gonna say there's a lot of animated cavemen you could pull from.
I'm actually interested if they were just to try to use all the and try to make that.
It just use the screams, no dub. Just try it. No, you build the AI off the grunts and just vocalize that onto a person speaking.
Well, actually, I mean, there's the new hot method of making AI voices nowadays is, I forget what it's called, but it's like shoot, what was it called? Like voice to cover. Basically, what it is that you have a recording of someone talking, like singing a song. Like you take out the song in the background and you just have the lyrics. You apply that to a voice model, and then it sings. That's how they make these singing AIs nowadays. Is that they have this voice model that converts the lyrics without the song in the background to being sounding like a combination of the original. It'll pick up on like inflections and stuff, but mostly imitating whatever the voice model is. So you could do something with Spear. It would have his grouchiness, but it would basically, the words would make sense because he's just using the lyrics of whatever song you were using for the model.
Oh, so like instead of the AI building it from scratch, it takes the existing sound wave and kind of twists the voice onto that.
Yeah, I'm looking up the method because there's a specific word for it I learned recently, like for the method, but I'm forgetting exactly how.
Man, like,
AI.
technology is crazy and fascinating. I love it. I mean, yeah, we did already discuss there's a minefield with the AI stuff, but I mean, I would say, I mean, like, really, outside of, like, obviously if you're just doing for fun stuff, there's really not too much harm to it.
Sir, I demand my dub of Snoot Game, and I want realistic dinosaur sounds.
AI will never, I don't think AI will ever fully replace, because all AI really does is copying. what
Yes.
already exists and applying it in a new way. You can't just have copying for the rest of existence. You'll need to have people making new stuff.
Yeah, it's always based off of
For
what
now.
already exists. People that can make truly new things will
We
always
just have people feed the AI, and that fixes the problem.
Eventually, AI will learn how to copy the concept of copying.
Will
I
it
think the
though?
singularity is way further off than people give it credit for.
I feel like I
Yes.
heard something.
The real reason that
Oh, you go.
the real reason that I was going to say the real reason that so many artists care isn't because it's going to abolish the concept of creativity, but because it's going to put them all out of work. Because
Yes,
most
it's-
art is mediocre,
Yeah,
and
it's going
mediocre
to
can be
mass.
perfected. Yeah, if you're Michelangelo, you're going to be fine. But if you're just some dipshit who writes things for, sorry, was that a gamer word?
No,
I
no.
don't think.
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
Okay, the point is, if you're some idiot who draws things for corporate advertisements, you're doomed. They're going to
Yeah.
replace you with the robot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like
There's
And
also
that's
the
really
fact
what
that
they're all getting so
it's,
mad about. And I
It's
really,
also- It's gonna massively
Also, I
deflate the
found-
value of commission artwork.
well, it depends.
yeah,
how,
those are the people. Who are mad.
depends on
And
what
it's
you're
just-
commissioning. But
I mean,
found that- I found that-
again, he made the point. The biggest names aren't going to be affected, but
yeah.
like the little guys are going to have to cut their prices, or they're going to have to face some hard truths.
Yeah.
They're not going to have any choice or anything because we're still looking at this technology as something that's very rudimentary. And eventually it's going to get to the point where you can get something really close to what you're wanting with very little difficulty. And when that happens, no one's going to bother because even if someone's commission is 10% better than the AI,
The AI is faster.
The AI
it's
is free.
faster, it's free, you can do it as many times as you want until you get what you want. I mean, it's great. It's a really convenient thing for making character art, setting art. I mean, me and Shima have been using the crap out of it, and it's not even that good yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, these people are stuck. They're out of a job. They're all milkmen in denial.
Or they can just get with the times and get good at
Yeah.
using the AI.
Or build up their art skills more. Because I was watching this an art stream the other week, and he was talking. Someone asked him about AI, and he brought up an interesting topic. Talk of like, back in the day, obviously, realistic, realism, like you said, like Michelangelo and stuff. That was the goal of painting. But then photographs come about. So painting a realistic portrait of people, well, I could just take a photo of them now. So the aims of art had to change because, people can just get realism now. So we'll just paint surrealism or, larger
Yeah.
than life or hyper detail, different fields. So with AI, it's just either you get better than AI, impressively so, or you just shift into a new field.
Or just use the AI in a way that is more impressive than what other people can do with it.
Or like what most people probably would, use the AI to start with a base and then build off of that with your own.
I
just use it to make shitpost images, as my goals are not high. They are not lofty. I am a simple man with simple pleasures.
I liken it to a piano. Like prior to instruments, the only way to make a melodic sound was with your voice. And then an instrument makes it a lot easier to make a melodic sound. Well, that doesn't kill music though. It enhanced your ability to do it. I still contend that that AI art can be like the piano. It's not just the end of art. It's the
but that's not
beginning
what
of
people
more
are-
complexity.
What people are mad about, and it's artists who are really mad about it, isn't the end of art.
Yeah,
because art
no,
isn't going anywhere.
it's the end of them.
Occupational art. Occupational art is going to get
But I'm saying-
industrialized the crap out of it.
The occupation will be being good at the AI art.
Yeah, just
Yeah, but the problem is that the number of people. I mean, people who are artists right now have trouble getting work.
Mhm.
They're gonna have so much more. There's gonna be way fewer artists, is what it boils down to. Because there's not gonna be as much of a need for it.
Yeah,
Because
no,
if any corporate moron can make an advertisement for Wendy's by saying, give me something mildly racially insensitive,
But
a little funny, and I want plausibly deniably Chris Pratt to voice it. And they give it to you in 15 seconds. There's no point.
But somebody else might be able to do that with the AI better.
The point is that as the AI become increasingly sophisticated, the need of knowing what you're doing with the AI is going to become increasingly irrelevant. You'll still have people who need to be creative to have good ideas in the first place. But
I mean, so far, sophisticated technology has definitely not lessened the need to know what you're doing.
No, but it's automated it, and that means less labor.
It will be interesting to see how it goes. I remember I saw there was a news segment where they were talking about the AI stuff, and they had one guy there talking, typical artist concerned about his job. But the thing was, he was a landscape painter. He was good. He wasn't Bob Ross good, but he was good. But I could see, if you're painting normal landscapes, that's going to be one of the easiest things for AI to copy because it can just reference a real photo. Which, it sounds harsh, but, Vigil, like you said, the simple, the lower tier, the starter artists, the beginner types are going to have the harder time.
The whole middle of them. Everyone who's not great.
Yeah.
Everyone who does corporate, anyone who does advertisements, anyone who does the little acts of art that make things pretty, anyone who does t-shirt designs, they're screwed. They're out of a job.
Unless you have a very unique art style.
Yeah. But then your style's going to get...
It's basically going to go back to the cream of the crop are basically the only ones who can survive in the market.
But somebody has to be using the AI, though.
Of course, this is assuming regulations don't kill AI, because there's that could happen.
Okay, but here's the thing: is you could pay $10,000 for this custom picture from an artist, or you can have the intern who's working for minimum wage plug it into the computer. It's like, yes, they will eventually get people who are better at doing it at the AI, but it's also just they're not going to have to pay them as much. So,
it's convenient.
Yeah, like I said, it's milkmen in denial. It's people who make their living off of art, who are screaming about how it's the end of human creativity because most of their jobs are going to become obsolete.
It's going to shatter a lot of internet or online artists who, like I said, it's going to kill the commission. It won't kill it, but it's going to hurt the commission market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still going to keep drawing. I find it fun.
Obviously the people who do it for the sake of doing it are different. You're not
like
trying to
art's
make
not going anywhere, but occupational art is going to take a huge hit.
I think it'll just shift.
Of course, then you got the concept. There's probably going to be people, because this was mentioned earlier, that are so anti-AI, they'll specifically hire people to commission to get art knowing a human is making it and not AI, because there would be that anti-AI. Despite, no matter what the quality is.
Hipsters notwithstanding, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. I don't think regulations are going to make a difference. Every time they try and control a technology like this, it falls through. It's just too useful. If we don't do it, someone else will do it. And that's why I would always get through.
My only request is that AI remains shackled so as to not move past its own limitations.
Well, this is another thing. AI is not AI. Everything that people say, I know, but it gets me annoyed because everyone's talking like it's Skynet, and it's like, you're an idiot. This is not what we've created. What we've created is a combination of systemized logic gates that are able to analyze things either randomly or in accordance to a preset pattern. It's not a conscious entity, you idiot. But so many people, because they use the same word, they don't know what this stuff does.
Speaking on that front, I was watching, me and the family we're eating dinner, we're watching TV. It was like 60 Minutes, I think, or one of those type of shows. And it's like, they have the father of AI on to hear his thoughts, and it's like this guy had the concept like 40 years ago, so it's like, his studies and research built to modern AI. And he's talking about how he has some fear and concern because, what if it gets intelligent? What if it gets used for military? And one of his examples to show the concern was they brought up ChatGPT-4 and typed in, the shortest story, for sale, baby shoes never worn. It's like, extend a story off these 6 words. And then it brings up a story about, oh, you know, they're selling the shoes because the wife had a miscarriage, and, you know, oh, and then he starts like, see, look, this computer built this deep, humanized, sad, and depressing story. A computer can't do that. And I'm sitting there watching this like, you motherfucker, this is everybody's first thought on this story in every college English class. It's not making this up. It's just seeing what everybody says about this story online. It's not writing this originally as a human thought. You don't even know what AI is, and you're claiming you're the father of it.
Exactly. It's so stupid. It's not a conscious entity. It's I call them very sophisticated parrots. They're very sophisticated parrots.
It can access information way faster than a person, so it feels intelligent, but it's not.
Well, there is legitimate dangers. You put one of these idiots in charge of a missile defense system. That's a danger.
I love War Games. You should watch that movie sometime.
Yeah, I know. That's true, MK. They really do struggle with writing. I noticed a lot of AIs just become recursive and keep looping back into themselves.
It's really funny.
Like, especially when it just breaks and keeps repeating like the same 3 words over and over again.
I'll start worrying when they can draw hands.
Anyway, I do have to go to bed at some point.
Yeah,
so,
all right.
We should
a robot draw hand.
What up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for earlier. When we were hanging out with everyone and, like, talking about the future and our plans and stuff, I really appreciated what you said.
Oh, I mean, it's no big deal. You don't need to thank me for it. I just kind of word vomited all over the place.
No, it was cool.
The third word.
I really needed to hear it.
You did?
Yeah. It felt good to have someone, like, get it. I mean, love my family. Love my friends. Sometimes it feels like no one takes me seriously. I know. I don't make it easy for them. I can't help it, though. I can't deal with people being uncomfortable around me. I have to make them feel at ease.
I get that. Anything that makes it easier for them to just deal, right?
Right. When I told my family I wanted to transition, they took it hard. They were accepting, but super uncomfortable.
Yeah, same. Except I don't even know if accepting is the right word for it. Feels more like playing dumb.
All I could think to do about it was make them laugh, even if it was at my own expense. At least I'd be laughing with them, right?
Aw, that's actually like depressing. It's wow, what's it called? It's like something clown syndrome when you start doing that.
I would imagine sad clown.
Is it? I feel like there's a specific word.
What is it? Pagliacci or something?
Yeah, something like that. Like just making everybody else laugh. No, it's specifically that, oh, if I make everybody laugh, we're laughing together and they're not laughing at me, because, you know, it's the thing, like they say, oh, a lot of these comedians that end up having depression is like, oh, you know, they get in that, like, oh, I'll make them laugh first, or make fun of myself, you know, make people laugh, so that way they don't jump in on attacks.
Google's telling me it's called the sad clown paradox.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, so a sad clown. Also, you know, I was wondering if they were going to talk about this, at least on Fang's side. I wasn't expecting it from Sage. Also, he's not a side character anymore. He's getting his own scene focus.
It feels a little out of left field, but we can continue.
Yeah, we gotta hit bullet points here. Move it through.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how close Sage and Fang were supposed to be beforehand. Based off the
just this whole
flashback, apparently.
I didn't think they were talking about being transsexual.
I guess that the concept evolved as they walked to the bus stop.
But I feel like I kind of
like
dug my own
5
grave
conversations
instead
before
of
this.
being, I don't know, hateful about gender stuff. They're dismissive instead. And it feels like that carried over to, like, everything else about me. Like me wanting to be a chef. Everything about me feels like a joke to them. And transitioning is hard enough for them to wrap their heads around, but it doesn't help that I dress like this. It's way easier to be feminine now that it's not expected of me, you know? Now that it's a choice for me instead of an obligation, but to them I'm like, I don't even know. Playing dress up like a kid. They laugh and compliment me, but they don't expect anything from me anymore.
My parents barely remember to use the right name for me, much less pronouns. Maybe it would be easier if I, like, I don't know, presented more mask. But that's not really what I want.
Exactly.
Wait, okay, so
I want to bully so hard right now.
Wait,
what? Oh, don't be mean.
Like, is Sage supposed to be male to female or female to male? Because he said the way I dress up, I'm like, because
I think they're implying Sage is female to male is how I took.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, oh, the outfit seems gender neutral. So when he was saying, like, dress like that, like, wait, which way? Is it? Sage is trans man. Okay, I see.
And, like, they're cool about the music stuff, but they definitely don't think it's a career for me. They know I'm good, but they don't, like, see a future in it. I feel like half the time my family just thinks I'm confused and they're waiting for me to settle on something normal or whatever.
Oh my god, same.
Dude, fuck that. We don't owe them normal.
Hell yeah.
Crossed arms of approval. Also, new photo.
Also, man, I guess that's gotta feel really unfortunate. The feelings they got about the family with the the transitioning is bleeding over to it's almost kind of like the the imposter syndrome where you start doubting yourself, but I guess it's just doubt from one thing.
I'm fascinated to see if it is in their head or not. I mean, obviously it's not in their head regarding the gender stuff. That's hard for people to accept. But like, if that actually is bleeding over into other things, or if that's just them feeling self-conscious.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like okay, so they know their parents obviously are a bit odd about the transitioning stuff, and then it's like, what if the parents actually are supportive about their other hobbies, but they're like, well, they doubted this important aspect to me. Could they be doubting this other important aspect?
In Fang's case,
maybe if you
absolutely...
look up from your phones, kid, you'd notice.
In Fang's case, they're absolutely not supportive of the music thing. It's just, I would say that there's no relevance between the two things.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, they said she sounded good when Naser sent the video of the previous one.
Yeah, but sounding good isn't enough. Like, a lot of musicians sound good, but it's such a competitive field. Like, any field of art is so competitive. Sounding good, there are lots of people who sound good who go nowhere. You don't have to just sound good. You have to sound
fair
like
point.
Top of
you can just be like, wow, you did a cool thing. And that doesn't mean...
You gotta be better than good.
That doesn't mean, you'll make a career out of this. That just means, you did a cool thing.
Oh, new tweet. Also,
and like hell, sometimes even doing amazing isn't enough, because there are some bands that are just shit that manage to get promoted.
So also, so if we didn't like bolster up Sage with the totally, instead do the make it or bake it, would we have not gotten that whole scene right there?
I don't know.
It was scripted to happen one way or another.
6 shows.
I get a lot of illusion of choice vibes.
Correct. Okay. So if that scene could have been missed, I wonder if we've missed any other scenes now. Oh boy, second playthrough. Let's go.
I mean, I feel like you're missing something regardless anytime you make a choice.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to...
it depends.
We missed a whole... what was it in the L&L session? We missed...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that whole... Yeah, like, only 30% of people went to the library. We didn't go. You missed the scene with Stella in episode 3. So I'm guessing, was that involved with L&L or something before that? 6 shows you must binge before the meteor turns you into powder. Star. Link here. No one asked me for anything ever. If you ask me for something right now, I will break into your house and cry. That's an interesting question.
I love the idea of breaking into someone's house and crying.
It was before L&L. Gotcha.
But I don't really want to know a lot of that stuff, though. Like,
we don't care about these side characters. We already know who our favorites are.
No, what I meant was, like, I don't want to know, like, you better do this. I just want to play the game.
Yeah,
I mean that's fair.
I mean, that's what I'm basically doing for the first playthrough, at least.
Mhm.
At least a second
suggestion, we tried it out
playthrough.
of curiosity.
At least 2 playthroughs just to see the other L&L bits, just because it seems they put a lot of focus into that.
And then a third playthrough where you're just completely belligerent the entire time.
I refuse. I hit no buttons. Let the game autoplay.
Well, no, you are just as mean as possible to everyone.
And then the meteor does hit.
The meteor hits, but only specifically Fang. Everyone else is spared.
No way. Nope. Nope.
Oh, big wings. Oh, is this the Anon person? Change from
yes,
the right?
They like pretty hero.
Oh, they changed it to
Hey, what are you up to?
torturing myself. Haha.
Oh
Now I
no!
say,
Why? Wait, are you into that?
What? OMG! What the fuck? Who just asks that?
No, just kidding. Unless.
Wouldn't that be so funny if I was into torturing myself? Ha ha ha. Is it that kind of ha ha?
Nothing looks good.
Just looking at college brochures, getting a little overwhelmed.
Why? Should we go with the wobbly? Nothing looks good.
Yes.
Yes. It's moving, so my eyes are drawn to it.
Because
It's also accurate.
Because everything looks terrible in a different way.
Isn't Battle of the
You're
Bands kind of like your college application? Like if you win and play Caldera Fest and everyone loves you, which is totally gonna happen. You're gonna be all set, right?
I never thought of it that way.
Kind of great.
You're kind of great.
You're kind of great. Also, does he know about all that stuff?
Oh.
Apparently so, but then again, they've also been talking up this whole trying to go there. So
Wait, hold on.
You're pretty cool.
Thanks for not mentioning the dino feet. I know that took a lot of restraint. Wait, was there
I
dino
was
feet on
gonna. I was gonna.
See, my eyes were
But I
drawn to the
held
big
it
fluffy
in.
wings.
I didn't even notice the dino feet. I'm sad now.
God, why are feet such like a polarizing like call out for streams now? The amount of feet jokes I hear watching other streams is crazy.
Because it's an easy joke to make usually. Also, haha feet.
Fair point.
You're pretty cool. Even if I don't know your name, I like you. What about your big future plan?
It sounds silly, but maybe fashion? I make a lot of my own clothes.
Really? I would love to see some. Could you send me a picture?
Now it feels like a specific character.
Nice try, wink.
No, I really would.
Well, I am working on something. Oh, look at her face. She's so inquisitive. What do you think?
Oh, they're all the same.
That's
Go
really
for the
pink.
wob.
That's
So
really
good.
pink for her to be.
Go
so
for the
popular.
wobbly one. Which one?
You made that?
Plot twist, it's Mango, because he makes his own clothes with the silk.
He makes it.
It's a mango's hitting on her.
I've been sentient the whole time.
Best twist. I can't even thread a needle.
Blush. Thank you. I also thought about what you said about songwriting. So music is also on the table.
That's amazing. I mean, I am biased.
Maybe we could talk about it sometime? Or even work on another song together? A big future plan? Wink.
In person?
Yeah, in person.
Do it.
That's it.
You mean in person?
Maybe. Eventually. More fun that way, right? Blush.
If you could write a song right now, what would it be about?
Just anything?
Yeah. What's on your mind?
IDK worm stuff.
Question mark. That bitch a question mark.
Just worm stuff.
Okay.
Just for verm stuff.
You know that everyone sees colors differently?
No.
No,
I mean, there's colorblind
unless
people.
you're colorblind. Yeah, if you're colorblind.
Okay.
Wait.
fair
All right,
enough.
let's see where they're going.
Oh, okay, I had to hit X. Blue for me isn't the same as blue for you.
That's not true.
I mean, I guess maybe if you mean in the sense of meaning things.
I mean,
What do you mean?
I have
Maybe
considered.
what?
Okay, you go.
I was gonna say, what do you mean? Is what I was just gonna make a suggestion.
Well,
but you
like
go ahead.
how the colors make you feel, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, because I was
I
gonna.
think that's the logic they're going with here.
Because I was gonna say I've legitimately had the thought of that because you know it's like colorblind people exist. You know, you have animals that have more or less cones or rods in their eyes, so they see colors differently. But it's also kind of a fear I have of what if my perception of reality is totally skewed off from what things actually are, and that goes poorly in some way.
So, first of all,
Which at some point I realized, oh wait, I just have a fear of being schizophrenic then, wouldn't I?
color isn't. Color can't be that shifted. Like, it's hard to put in the words because color is a spectrum. Like, so you could maybe have everything like shift along the spectrum so that like if my red is your it's all right. Picture the colors in rainbow order. So if my yellow, if when I see yellow, I see what you call orange, then therefore when you see yellow, I see what you call red. Like it would all just be going one to the left, or however many to the left. Like they would all just only be able to shift the same amount.
Yeah,
so it couldn't be random picking and choosing because that spectrum has to exist in that order.
Because it's all about the wavelength of the actual light.
Yeah. So if you because like that order, they transition into each other, so it has to be in that order no matter what. So if you shift it, now you're gonna create a situation where, because we describe colors as hot and cold, you're gonna create a situation where, like, again, if my yellow is your orange, when I describe red, I'm describing, or when I describe purple, I'm describing something cool. Usually people describe purple as cool, but your purple is going to be red, which is not cool. It's not going to be consistent. Like your purple, you see red and you're like, that's cool, but orange is supposed to be hot, and that's like very similar looking. That wouldn't make sense to you anymore. So the fact that we describe them as cool and like we all see and are able to describe them similarly, they're all the same, unless you're colorblind.
So yeah, so this would only really apply to colorblind people, fully blind people, or probably again, like I said, someone who's like fully schizophrenic and saying that the mind is just jumbling everything.
Yeah. This is an argument I've had so many times when people are like, but whoa, what if we all see different things? We're not. I'm sorry.
Just assume
not how light works.
I just assume everyone sees the same color, just slightly different, lighter or darker. I mean, I've heard that, like how they say women can see finer details of certain colors. That's why you get the jokes of, oh, haha, she's at the painting store trying to find like 50 different shades of white, and the husband's like, it's all white. What are you talking about?
No, that's also a really, really fascinating thing. Like the fact that they didn't have a word for the color blue until like I'm not good at history, so I can't tell you when it was, but I'm just going to arbitrarily say the year 1000. So like before that, when describing the ocean, they describe it as wine colored, which is a terrible descriptor. The ocean is not wine colored, but the fact that they didn't have a name for the color blue actually made them less able to see it as we are able to see it now. There's a tribe in somewhere in Africa that has like 8 different words for very, very slightly different greens, and they can as easily see those different greens. To them are as easy and identifiable as the difference between green and blue is to us. Like they actually, it's a really cool, you can probably find it somewhere online. It's like they showed them as an experiment, like a circle that is 7 instances of the exact same green and 1 instance of blue, immediately obviously identifiable to us, they don't have a word for the color blue. They can't see the difference between that one blue and all the other greens. And then then that's followed with a circle of like a whole bunch of those different greens that are so minutely different from each other, and like to the point I can't see the difference between the greens, but they can easily identify them.
It's really interesting because you said they're a tribe, so they probably had to discern
exactly.
different shades of green for foliage and stuff. Because meanwhile, blue is like the rarest color to naturally occur, so it would make sense why we never really had a word for blue until,
Right.
finding.
Well, I mean, the sky though.
At the same time, yeah, they could just look up and see blue every day.
Yeah, but you would
they
just probably
didn't-
default that to, that's sky. You wouldn't have
That's
if you
sky,
see
yeah.
blue
I know,
anywhere
but
else
then
that's
you-
not the
I
sky.
know,
You'd
I
be
know,
like,
but you
That
would
is
say,
sky colored.
Yeah, I mean, you would still look at the ocean and like, ooh, that's.
But so like point being though that like that's a strange perception thing. It's not actually like your eyes interpreting it differently. That's in your head, not your eyes.
essentially
Anyway.
mentally training.
I feel like I know. I don't know.
I mean, we had a discussion about, so we have to say I know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just be
Oh, look how
disingenuous
happy
now.
she is.
It's a very goofy face.
OMG, yes, I love this fact. Science is. I fucking love science. It's so weird.
Well, so yeah, okay,
I know
so
it's
they're
just
actually
because
going with that.
everyone's brain has different memories, and everyone's eyes are a
Yeah.
bit different on top
I mean,
of that.
I suppose that is true. The cones in your eyes aren't going to be identical to anyone else's but yourself.
True, but I mean that's just gonna, like we said earlier, affect how bright and dark things are.
So
Well, again, but yeah,
Yeah.
The point is that nobody will have the exact same one.
Yes, that's okay.
everything's unique. Sometimes that makes me feel really lonely.
Everything's a special fucking snowflake.
Knowing that when I look at the sky, I'm the only one who sees it like that.
I mean, I think that's a little dramatic.
I guess I want someone who sees the same world I do. Oh, God, that's cheesy.
Oh, you said oh. You have to
Just
type
say
that
yes.
now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess this can't be Anon. He's not that deep.
I like the way you think. Would it be okay if I played around with some music?
Of course.
Do you sing?
Never. Trust me, it's better that way.
I bet you're just being modest.
Nope. I'm never modest. It's my best feature.
Well, maybe someday.
If anyone can convince me to do it, you can. So keep going, heart.
Let's heart back.
I say
No,
smile.
no.
Heart.
Okay, smile.
Yeah,
All right, that's
let's
two.
go
That's
heart.
two for heart. Fine.
I was gonna let Kaz vote too.
I want to go with the heart.
Triple.
I want to see her happy.
I kind of don't want to romance this person.
Star heart. I should go. Talk tomorrow.
It's gonna be some old guy. It's your
Is that-
teacher.
Oh, I was gonna make that joke, you ass.
Let's get Catfish. Sounds fun.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get hit by a meteor anyway. Have a little fun.
Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, the more certain I am that this is your teacher.
Oh, speaking of Catfish, just one little side note. I saw a commercial for that the other day walking by the TV, and the episode was like, the catfish is like, oh, person, I think of getting catfish. They call the show crew. They track down the person and make them meet up for real. So they get the person that's being Oh yeah, so they find the person that's the catfisher, which this was a swap. So they get the person they're catfishing, and then they bring that person in because apparently both people were lying to each other. And then the catfisher got upset of like, wait, you lied to me about who you were? It's like, wait, you're the one who started lying in the first place. You can't be mad about this.
What is the point of this show?
Basically, it's if you think you're getting catfished, you call the crew. It's almost like What's like the like?
All the Catfish crew.
It's like
for the roles, though?
well, no,
just...
it's like that cheater show like back in the day.
Cheaters. It was called Cheaters.
Yeah, cheater. So basically, if you think a person you're talking to and you're having a relationship with online is lying, you call this show Catfish TV, and they will, they'll talk with you. They'll find out who the person is and organize a meetup between you two so you can find out who the person really is and basically try to make them come clean about who they are.
So again, mostly for the lols.
Yeah.
Essentially, sometimes, I don't know, a lot of it is usually the person who's trying to... There's a few where some people were basically scammers. Some were... I mean, it seems to be about 40% the person was hurt in a relationship beforehand, so they lied to keep some detachment because they didn't want to get hurt again. So it's like something understandable. Like 30% seems like it's kind of a scam where the person just was messing around and then you the person I catfished took it too seriously. What's wrong with you? And then there's a few where it's weird. Like one they got, the lady felt like not being catfished, but I have this relationship with this person online. We're not like romance, but we just been close friends. And I just want to know who they are because they seem to they're like really close. I just want to know who it is. They find it. It's her husband who made a new account to want to talk to her because they were both ex-military. He was thinking they were both ex-military and they met in the military. They're former vets. They came home and the husband was like, she isn't talking to me. Like I want to help. I want to, find out what's, what's emotionally wrong with her because she feels distant at times and she doesn't open up. But she's been opening up online, starting this online store, like she started an Etsy or something. So I made an account and just connected with her. I just bought something and just made a little chit chat, and then she started opening up. I was just gonna be done, but she started opening up. So like I just kept the account going because she talked to this guy. So I figured, this can help me figure out what's going on. And then it turned out like the wife was okay with it. She's like, upset at first. And it was like, okay, I can kind of see where you're coming from. I probably should have talked more. And it had a happy ending, so it turned out nice.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was an oddly wholesome one for a show.
That's really cute. That's really fucking cute.
That is charming.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they played nice sappy music over it.
Anyway, speaking of charming, let's get back to this charm.
Speaking of charming, here's another 20-minute side tangent.
That's what people come here for.
Look at the blush. She's happy.
I don't want to romance this person.
I hope it's somebody ugly.
Why do you guys
I'm
wish
pretty
this?
sure I'm pretty sure it's supposed to just be retconned as the character you were interested in the whole time.
No, now that there's like this whole specifically fashion thing involved, it feels like a specific person. I feel like you can't just apply fashion to any of these characters.
Trish and Naomi won't retroactively have been into fashion this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's dipping her toes into every other pond.
Yeah, Trish maybe. Naomi.
Well, we don't know anything about Stella or Rosa.
She's an engineer. I could see her being into sewing, too.
Well, we just had a whole thing about Sage with his outfits, so maybe he's into fashion.
Yeah, but look how far out in the circle he is.
Is it possible?
We just had an actual talk with him. Before that, he's like, oh, I'm side character, so sad.
Is it possible to romance Nazer? Because I cannot see Nazer being into fashion.
I said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't think they have the balls to do that.
Yeah, I don't think Goodbye Volcano High is nearly that brave.
Unlike that brand new game on the Steam store.
Yeah, that hit new game everyone's going gaga for.
What?
The incest game.
Oh, yeah, that horror. It's like a horror game about your sister's a cannibal and you're trying to hide the murders and stuff. Spoilers, I guess. But also, it heavily implies they're an incest relationship. And the game has it's 100% positive reviews or something.
It's like 96. Also, I'm pretty sure you can rope the character's mom in as well.
Anyway.
What's the name of this game?
No, like I have to wonder, like,
I would like
is
to
this
continue.
like when did this game get made? Was this new or something? Like it just exploded out of nowhere. Do
It
people
just came out.
do people vibe with the incest that hard, or is it more of just shock value of it? Haha, we'll send it to the streamer and wait for the incest scene to happen.
It'll catch them totally by surprise. This will be
No,
great.
these guys seem to know their target audience pretty well. Look at those
We're doing it
ratings.
for the reaction.
Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of reactions in the chat. Wait, why would Fang romance their little brother? Well, he shot down the circle, so
I thought he was the older brother.
No, he's the younger.
No,
yeah, I
he's
think
younger.
we heard like is I think
I
it's
don't
a
know.
year younger.
He's younger in Snoop game too. I don't know if that was revealed in the trailer or not.
I'm not sure.
Now to wait for my feet. Surely my friends will arrive today.
Oh, poor
Time for a sad montage.
That was revealed when the game was revealed. Oh, okay.
Who uses 24-hour clock?
Military time.
I know
That's
people.
such, that is,
one of my,
that's
one
such
of
a
my,
European thing.
One of my closest friends loves European time or military time. Like that all the time.
Well, I mean, if it's European time, and we saw the.
And check
I
out
mean,
this cafeteria.
I don't know what nationality the parents were.
Oh my god.
Something Middle
Sorry.
Eastern, but that would be European for military time, right? I guess.
Well, I mean,
There's a taco
you're
station
Asian.
and a rap station. Separate stations!
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Look at all these entomology courses. There's an entire class just on spider biology. I looked it up. It has 6 different textbooks.
What the fuck?
Why not 8? Feels like a missed opportunity.
Dude, I'm gonna be the spider queen. What about you, Fang?
Oh, well, there's an art idea for Halloween. Dragonfly wizard.
Yes.
I
am the wizard!
Best insect. Not even a
What
question.
about your applications? For
Not while the
college?
beetle exists, sir.
I'll change
Just
the
change
subject.
the subject.
Can we not talk about bugs?
The Battle of the Bands is my college application. We get that break and we're set.
And at least we know the show is actually gonna happen.
What does that mean?
Not you too.
I heard just this morning that even if it does hit, it'll probably land in the ocean.
Yeah, that would still kill everyone.
Us.
It would
being
would murder
hit
everyone. That might
on
even
the
be
nose
worse.
out of the huge vastness of the entire
I
galaxy.
don't know.
It's a statistical
One, it would depend.
anomaly.
Well, I mean, it would depend on how big it is coming through the atmosphere at that point.
It's just science.
Yeah, because they haven't said how
worried
big
about
it is. Just that it exists.
Nope,
What's the
we're not.
question here?
Oh,
Are we worried?
I was gonna say
No.
Yeah.
No.
nope.
Gotta commit.
Commit.
Not really?
I wonder how that would feel in
Play
a
it.
Like you
PS5
said,
controller with
what are
the
the odds,
haptic
right?
feedback triggers.
Exactly. See, Reed? Chill about the space rock.
We're here to play, right?
Actually, we've got to pick out what we want to play first.
Let's do it.
$12 o'clock. I like this
Reed
music.
kind of looked like he was. Reed kind of looked like he was sleeping there for a second.
Reunion. Oh, they're not into it.
This is my band.
Trish! Trish, it's happening!
What? Rosa! Finally! I'll be right there!
Wait, where are you going?
The roof! It's happening!
It's on fire.
They seem too
The
happy
meteor
to
came
the
early,
asteroid.
so have I.
But maybe.
True.
Does Reed want the
I'm
asteroid to
gonna go
hit?
check it out.
He's kind of dealing with being a nihilist.
Obviously.
We don't need no water.
It's thriving!
Nope, not a giant space rock.
Oh, it's a plant. I thought it would be
Yeah.
mango molting or something.
What is
Yeah.
it?
I created a new species.
The Rosa fern. No. Ferntasma. No. Fernina.
Wouldn't that be a hybrid?
Sick fern,
The new
dude.
species?
Feel the fern.
Burn unit.
I would have went
Feel
with
the
Fern
fern.
Notice personally.
Fernando?
Yes! Living fern! Copernicus. Phenomenon.
Weird fern.
Get out of here, Reed.
I know. It's not for looks,
not even
but
trying.
just to show colleges that I know about grafting and interspecies selective cell regeneration.
Oh,
We learned about this because I See? This part down
Well
here
timed.
is the rootstock, and this is the side. This particular rootstock is famously resistant to velvet worms who will, ordinarily, eat the shit out of almost any plant like the adorable monsters they are. So, take that rootstock and add a vulnerable planty scion, and boom! Bug-proof leaves, baby!
I learned something today.
Mango.
Mango fern. Let's get some good points.
Okay, so should it be called mango fern?
Mango fern!
Ah.
Mango fern!
Maybe you should have pulled out and did that one in sync, guys.
I'm really excited.
We
for
can only
Violin
afford to play
Dance.
one track at a
It's gonna
time.
be
Small
great.
indie dev.
Please understand.
Thanks. Me
Yeah.
too.
Thanks.
Me too, and LNL tonight, right? What are we gonna do about Kev?
I guess I'll just have to marry him.
Never.
Officiating an
But I
LNL
thought
wedding
Kef
would be
did a
cool,
double backflip off an airship.
But Kef would still totally kill you.
My guitar! Oh, I left it in the music room. See you
You
tonight.
can't just bring him back. He
Yeah,
already did.
I'm gonna go too. That plant thing is freaking me out.
Freaking man.
Plant, dude.
He's freaking him out so hard his line cut off.
I know I'm biased,
He
but they're
stopped
my favorite
existing.
band in the battle. Like, hands down.
Thanks. That's really cool of you to say.
I know things are gonna work out for your music, Fang. You've got something really special.
Yeah. And your plant is
Crime
Tall.
against nature.
Planting.
Is it looking at me?
Is it looking? Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Wait,
It
wait.
stares.
I think it's looking at me.
Stop!
It's
Monty Python's flying
Oh,
circus.
interesting.
Impressive.
It's definitely beautiful. It's also very impressive, though.
Oh, let's go impressive. I like that you have to tap each to
It's
show what
pretty awesome
it
that you
actually
can do
is.
that. Bright future, big dream.
Wait, hold on now. So you tap the its and you back away and it says what you're actually gonna say. But then we've had choices where you tap it, you back off, and then you're locked out of it because you hesitated. I don't like this game design.
No, I like that. I think that it adds even more thought. That it's not just the same.
It's not- yeah, no,
it's
you're
not
not
just the
always going to
same-
run into the same mechanics.
Yeah.
I guess, but what if you want to say something, but you're like, oh, well, what if this has a second meaning, but then you get locked out of it?
Well, I think it's obviously the ones that are ... dots.
Okay, that's a fair point.
Yeah. Also, new tweet.
New tweet. Someone please tell me the unpaid admin assistant behind the school account to log off. I for one can't wait for our new space rock overlord. I can't die before experiencing experiencing life-changing love. This isn't fair. That's the high school one.
That's weird that the high school tweeted that.
Well, either someone left the account on, like Isadont said, or a teacher is feeling very, very lonely.
Well, it's more likely whoever's running the account forgot to switch onto their personal account.
I like in chat. Naomi, get off Twitter.
Seems everything Roberts is always talking about.
You know, I'm gonna stay up here.
Oh. Are you...
I think Coach Connor actually appreciates it when I skip PE. See you at LNL.
Wait, why?
See ya.
Is she too rough and tough for the other kids?
I was gonna make a fat joke. She's too fat. She can't run fast.
I don't want her. You can take her.
She's too sexy.
She's pretty cool, actually. Tempts the teacher
She's too
much.
sexy, and when... Yeah, exactly.
Man, we're going all kinds of directions this stream.
Like an explosion. We can't be contained. Unless it's titanium.
Divine wizard.
Hey, What did I miss?
Romance, apparently.
Fanko has cancer.
Can I talk to you for a sec? So, remember that entomology program I was talking about? That's it. That's my plan. I mean, I know I just did tendrils and just got mango, but I've been thinking about how we were always kind of into worms and stuff, even as kids. We had that comic, we named our band Worm Drama, all those weird costumes.
My mom still isn't over the dress incident.
And our band will be a big hit at that college.
Worth it. Anyway, I think this is what I want to do. Bugs and worms, but like, for a job. Forever.
So I'm opening up a bait shop.
I'm gonna
Want
sell
to kill
fish
them.
and fish accessories.
I see some people don't know a joke when they see it. Would it be funny if an idiot with a ton of money bought this site and then drove it into the ground? Topical. Only on
that
this
one, I think that one is on the
That must have
one
been a
above
recent
it.
edition.
Only on this site do we get idiots calling centuries-old dietary prejudice discourse. Can we please stop with the carnivore-herbivore discourse? Your diet isn't morally correct just because you eat grass.
That's like
Whoa.
a 3-part chain with the toasted one breaking it up.
Oh yeah, because that is the Peter.
Yeah.
Old spider. I get Spider-Man.
Oh, well, maybe.
It feels really good when I say it out loud. So, like, what do you think?
Ooh.
I mean, what about the band? It's worth approaching. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
It's her thing. We have to
I
stay
mean-
in character.
I can totally see you as a bug doctor or whatever.
It doesn't. They don't. They can
But-
both exist.
What about the band?
Yeah, because it's also a valid question of, okay,
Yeah,
cool, you got
so
your
are we-
plan set for
Thanks.
college. We're still doing the battle, right? We're still focused on the
Yeah.
band right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Fang's betting her whole future on the band, and now Trish has come
It would
forward.
be
and been,
really
okay, I might
shitty
not
of her.
move into the band. It would be,
Yeah.
yeah, she has to address it. I think that's in character.
I don't like that the subtitles write the worm drama as worm drama. Yeah, I know it's weird.
my
I guess
God.
the font
Oh
they
my God.
chose, the capital W, the capital V's are just have a little too no spacing between them.
It's not just the subtitles either. They're
So,
pronouncing
yeah,
it weird. Like, they
the
can't say
band.
the verb right.
I guess
Wait,
it's a
you know how
Canadian
Rosa made
accent
that
thing.
whole plant thing for college applications? Turns out you pretty much have to do something big like that to even get noticed by most schools. I'm working on this way to restore velvet worm habitats by turning trash into food for them, but it's going to take a lot of hours with Mango and about a dozen different types of compost heaps to check all the variables and allow time for propagation, and I think I need a break from the band for a while. The Battle of the Band.
I gotta say, if you gotta go through these hoops for the college, I think you're going to too big of a college. Start. I mean,
I don't mind shooting big on your first try.
yeah, but I feel like this is the kind of thing where you would do a community college first to ensure. Because think about it, this is their senior year. I mean, it just started, but now she's realizing, oh, I have to do like a massive, like almost thesis level project to get noticed by the school. Go to a community college, save some money, figure out if that's what you really want to get into, and that gives you a better stepping stone into the college. Since apparently she doesn't have a high GPA based on her question to Naomi.
Unfortunately, the universe of GVH, it's all private colleges.
True, they do look like they're in a very upscale neighborhood.
It's only upscale neighborhoods in this verse.
Say something.
No poor people allowed.
I need a minute.
Or at least she said the Battle of the Band is their last show. That's fine. I mean, I need a minute.
is the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that. Let's roll.
Just
You will not. Hef is mine. Maybe we can share him?
You guys, he's evil.
Adventurers, this way, this
Hey,
way.
Frankie boy, how you doing?
so you're just done?
For now. For now. I
Is it
just
Discord that's
wanna focus on my
desyncing,
future.
or is it the game?
What about our future?
I'd honestly argue it's probably the game.
Desync how? I mean, because the
The
lip flaps have
mouths are
always
not.
No,
the
that's
mouths-
absolutely the game.
yeah,
The
they've
lip
always
syncs are not great.
been slightly off.
No, but this is not slightly for me.
Oh,
It might be a mix.
Hold on
of
a second.
both,
Let me exit and come back in.
quick.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
sometimes-
Hinkle behind his back before he.
Well,
Oh,
sometimes
hey, welcome back,
Discord really compresses it, so it ends up kind of blocky.
Yeah.
I'm
Should
back.
should be sleeping, but fuck it, we've all getting some late night snoot in. I see.
Oi! Ollie! You ready to conquer this quest?
Hell yes! I'm ready to kick some Brax's butt.
This is not the right time to have dropped this. I'm not. She's not in the mood to play a fucking board
nice
game right
lineup.
now.
All right, we have to sell all our stocks and Trish devote everything to Naomi.
Also,
Okay.
no,
She's doing the
Yo.
Battle of the Bands, though.
no. See, this
Yeah,
this is
she is going as far as I can.
No,
really,
it's-
I mean, really, it is on Fang for not noticing that the band is becoming a little more distant lately. But
She,
it is
she
also-
has noticed, but she's also trying
well-
to fulfill her dream.
Well, we
What
also
were you
do
guys gonna
have.
ask?
Well, the first thing I was gonna say is, oh, see, this is it's perfect. See, she's going to a bug school. She's dropping this stuff. It's the worm drama they're looking for.
Oh my god.
But
that sounds great. That school sounds like a great venue for our band to play.
That'll be the title of Fang's autobiography, where she trashes her friends.
the other thing I was gonna say was, also, it seems Trish just kind of jumping this because she just went to bug camp this summer. This is like an immediate new thing that she's throwing all of her apples into one bucket here. Like,
Yeah,
I
then
went to
they're gonna
bug
get
camp.
eaten.
I got this worm. I am devoting myself to this Supreme College and
devoting
this
my
project.
entire-
I'm going all in on this immediately because my friend managed to get a flower hybrid
No,
working.
but like she said, she's been into bugs forever. She
Yeah,
I
just-
know, I
agree with
get
Nick on
it.
that.
It's just from a storytelling perspective, it was quite sudden.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that happens.
True. I mean,
Not-
I think we did talk about this before with the
Maybe, but
school
like
stuff.
the same day is very unlikely.
I mean, we've had this talk
It's
before.
the
with
motivating factor.
School stuff of people can be very flighty in what they want to do. Never mind imminent D&D section going to bed. Oh, look at this guy. We have
Yeah.
a not nerd in the audience.
I might also need to
Although
go
that
to
is,
bed.
by the way, that is
Join
so
us,
dirty that she just did that to
Dark
you.
Yeah, like right before, like she's not in the mood for this right now.
Like, give Fang like 5 minutes to just compose.
Yeah, like she just shows up. Oh, we're gonna ruin the game. Hey, by the way, I'm quitting the band. Oh, see, it's our inverse of Snoot. This time it's Trish doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's play.
That was gonna be an
What is this? What is this?
I attack.
This sound command again? Really?
I attack Ollie to knock her off the airship.
Oh,
Natural
that's
20.
That's the SpongeBob music kit.
In the flashback, she showed
Oh,
interest
that
in
one.
bugs. I mean, yeah,
That was
she had
actually
interest
rather
in
appropriate
bugs.
for that scene.
I think I also need to go to bed for the D&D scene.
Let's see. Is this
I
the end of
continue,
that
but I-
episode? I assume these
well,
load
let's see.
screens are where it stops when you pick back up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can keep going until it says end of episode or whatever.
Well, no, because if they're gonna get
I-
into L and L, that's probably gonna be a significant chunk because that was pretty long. That was
Yeah.
almost the whole time last time.
yeah, but
Well, we were warned that L&L is going to be huge chunks of this plot.
yeah. It's definitely
I-
going to be. It's definitely going to be a long scene.
Well,
I
guess
definitely
we-
don't think I mind missing it though. Like if you want to keep going.
in the chat, do we know? Does anyone know if I continue? Will it pick up from the start of an episode or from those load points that we see with the black screen and tarot card?
I think it's the load points, but I'm not entirely certain.
Because it could go either way. You never know.
What was the start of the episode? Was that her arriving?
The start of the episode was
the episode was the assembly with Nasser and
Oh, that would be a long way back to start.
yeah.
over. A lot
MK
of-
says I'd like to guess it's from load.
Okay,
Maybe we
yeah.
can-
So if it's load points, we probably start from the start of
like-
Fang walking up to the garage.
I mean,
Well,
if
it
you
would probably
wanna
just
be
do it
safe-
now because we just loaded into this scene.
Yeah. So yeah, it should
But
be
if you
fine.
want to be safe, you can keep going.
That'll be fine. I don't want you to miss out. This is a group
I-
activity.
Don't mind.
Well, I do mind.
It's
And also,
it's a low point of a game that's a bad version of another game we played. So like,
if Also, if it's L and L, that means that it's gonna be voice work.
That is true.
Another reason to miss it.
No, you are voicing Trish.
I mean, I actually don't mind the Trish voice. But
Well, because it's your
Francisco
Francisca voice and you don't mind her.
I do mind doing the voice in a game for a character who already has a canonical voice. It's stupid.
It's not. It's their L and L characters. That's what their L and L.
I mean, okay, fine.
See, we have a canonical reason for it.
They changed
What's
their
the excuse for the text?
Padding. That's the reason, Frankie. Padding.
Subtitles.
Yeah, what were they thinking when they... I mean, yeah, it's definitely padding, and also they ran out of voice actor budget. We could only pay Reed at this point.
Yeah, I definitely think...
Tax-funded game, by the way.
I definitely think these were made, like... At these D&D scenes were made, like, recently.
I wouldn't know, but probably. It was probably thrown in there as something they could throw together quick and cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never truly know the whole working aspect since that first script got thrown out.
Clearly they were in development hell because a fan game had completely overshadowed them.
It'll never not be funny. So yeah, I guess...
They're still bitter about it, and they're going to stay bitter about it.
So I guess we'll end here for the night.
So what you're saying, it's...
Yeah!
Yep.
Yes.
I love that sound. I love that sound a lot. Game over, yeah!
I knew that one was going to go over well.
Either got bored of the game or really needed filler. No, I think it's I would definitely say it's the filler. Or my other theory, this was an original idea they had, and they really wanted to use it, so they threw it into this visual novel they had.
Have a good
Hinkle.
night, Hinkle.
Okay.
I apologize for the late start.
hang myself, off and left.
I mean, we started late. It's...
I was also going to say, I should be good to start at a more reasonable hour next week. I shouldn't have anything going on next week.
Yeah, guys, everybody, thanks for watching and hanging out. Next Thursday, or Goodbye Volcano High. I will attempt something tomorrow. I know I keep saying that. So hopefully, something doesn't come up, because it seems something keeps coming up to screw up my sleep schedule.
Hopefully, more like hopefully.
Well, those 3-hour dinners are just, you're not using your time wisely.
Yeah. I need to prepare dinner earlier. But anyways, good night. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Halloween. And because I see someone else actually streaming this, I'm going to do a raid for once. I should probably do that more with Twitch. So,
oh, cool, we raid.
Yeah, I'm sending you guys over to this other person streaming Goodbye Volcano High. I have no idea where they're at in the story. So good.
Prepare for spoilers.
It's dropped.
All right, so good night, everybody. Have fun and go see this person. Good night.
Good night, Volcano High.